We move on to discuss Colombia defeating Argentina in a Copa America Final rematch. Look, that was let's pull it up. Let's pull up the statistics of the game. Great game for Colombia, getting to play this game at the Barranquilla Stadium, the stadium in Barranquilla, the Estadio Metropolitano in Barranquilla, filled with 48,000 Colombians. You saw a lot of yellow there, and there was a very good Colombo game. Some real quality, some real dedication, desire, passion, energy, and some good football overall being played. And I enjoyed watching the game. I really enjoyed watching the game. I thought there was good. It had everything in this sort of game. You had mistakes in bad areas. You had good movements. You had physicality. You had huge desire, and it was great to watch. Um, it really was great to watch. Um, let's pull up the statistics of the game actually. So Colombia won the game 2-1 through goal from Yerson Mosquera, the center half, and then James Rodriguez getting that penalty in the 60th minute. Nicolas Gonzalez did equalize though before that James penalty. And yeah, the statistics show 9 shots for Colombia to 13 for Argentina. But despite Argentina having a numerical advantage in terms of shot, it was Colombia that had the advantage in terms of shots on target with 5 compared to 1. 47% possession for Colombia to 53% possession for Argentina. Now this game was played around 3:30, 3:30 or so local time in Colombia. Well, it was played actually. I don't know local time exactly. It was played 3:30 in my time. I don't know exactly what time, but early in the day. And Lionel Scaloni had some thoughts on that entering before the game, saying it's not really right that we're playing at this time, but it basically saying, but it is what it is. In my opinion, if you're the home team, you have every right to play whenever you want. Create as much of an advantage as you deem that you can. That's the whole point of being a home team. You take advantage of the atmosphere. You take advantage of the weather, in which it was a very hot afternoon, which benefited the Colombian players because the Argentinians, with both teams playing in the heat, the Colombians have the fans pushing them on to keep going. You're in a stadium filled with 40,000 people. You're extremely hot, and they're all against you. It makes it even worse. It makes that even worse just to take that, just to bump up the energy levels to match Colombia. And yeah, Colombia were able to get the win. They played some good football. I thought Argentina though did have a few moments where, had a few moments that they really could have took advantage of. They was just a little sloppy, couldn't get the final touch right on one, couldn't get the final ball right. Although they only had a one shot on target, they had some really good opportunities. They took advantage also early on before the goal from Yerson Mosquera. They were able to get a miscontrol from Vargas. They were able to take the ball out of Vargas, and then I forgot exactly. I forgot exactly who it was, but it was just wide. It might have been Julian Alvarez. I don't know exactly, but no, Argentina, they had their opportunities. Rodrigo De Paul also, he had a strike that he tested Vargas on, but it was Colombia that were able to take the early lead. As I said, I keep saying his name wrong, but Yerson Mosquera on the back post on a ball. By the way, James had 1 assist, 1 goal. The penalty he scored, and he had the assist. Lovely lofted ball from him. We know the quality James Rodriguez has as a number 10. Just great ability, and he was able to play in a brilliant ball to Mosquera, who essentially, bodied, dunked on posterized Lisandro Martinez, which Yerson Mosquera is 6'2". I know Lisandro Martinez has experience going up against, bigger center forwards, and he does good job in the physical battle as well. But why put Lisandro in a position on a set piece to, to be defending someone who's... what do y'all give Lisandro Martinez? He's listed as 5'9". I think he's really 5'8", to be honest. I've seen him next to someone who is 5'8", and in fact, Tagliafico is listed 5'7". He doesn't seem that much taller than Tagliafico. They seem about the same height. But Lisandro Martinez, you got a guy like 5'8", 5'9", maybe. That's a 4 or 5 inch difference in height. That's a big difference. And yes, he can match up physically against, bigger sort of players, but when you can protect them there, when you don't need to put him against, a big, tall center half, why put him in that position? And he just completely posterized Lisandro Martinez. Martinez didn't even have a chance, couldn't even really get off the ground. It wasn't anywhere near the picture at all. And yeah, it was just not. He couldn't even get on, couldn't even really track him, slow down his run. Just, not good defending from Lisandro at a point that you let him get past you, but at the same time, he wasn't going to be able to keep up with him with his height. And then you had Argentina, who, and James had the goal and assist, but he also turned the ball over in a bad area on the pitch. And that's, you get the good and the bad and the ugly. And, he turned the ball over in the bad area on the pitch. Fernandez is able to get on the end, or not Fernandez, Nicolas Gonzalez is able to get on the end of it, and he's able to, slot it home right at the start of the second half, and they gave Argentina the equalizer, sort of out of nothing. But Colombia, they stood on, they hanged on, and then they were able to draw the penalty with the help of VAR, which is actually, the foul came around in the 52nd minute or so. With the combination of referee and delaying of the penalty and all that, the penalty was taken in the 59th minute. That's Canumbal right there in a sentence. But James, he was able to get that second goal, second goal for Colombia to make it 2-1. And then Colombia had their opportunities to potentially make it a third. Couldn't really take advantage of it. There was a great chance that Lautaro Martinez had in the 83rd minute or so. Just couldn't get the ball out of his feet to get a strike at a goal. And it was that kind of day for Argentina. Despite having a few moments where they could really threaten Colombia, they just couldn't get that final ball off. And Colombia were able to get the victory. And I have to say, Colombia, under Nestor Lorenzo, are looking like a formidable outfit. They're looking like a team that's not only going to go to the World Cup, and we know that they didn't qualify in the 2022 World Cup, but this is a team that's going to go there and that's going to compete, and that are going to make a run at that World Cup, and that are going to be a team that these top nations that are going to have to not fear. I don't think Spain will fear Colombia, but they'll be weary of Colombia. And Colombia did beat Spain, in Spain's lead up to the European Championship, I believe in about Marchish or so in London Stadium, and one of the later international windows close to the European Championships. Colombia did beat Spain in the London Stadium and the West Ham Stadium. Yes, it was a makeshift Spain team and it wasn't really their first 11, but it shows that Colombia has the ability to compete with those sort of teams, and I look forward to seeing more of Colombia as well. And as for Argentina, tough, difficult loss and difficult circumstances, but I thought Argentina played pretty well too, despite the circumstances. Just really lacked that, that final play. But this game could have been a little bit different.